Are you ready for print run data? It is Flesh and Blood's Collector's Week, but here you know at Overload Gaming, every week is Collector's Week, right? Every week, every video, that's what we do here. Welcome back to Master Set Madness. Today we're talking about that this Friday we've got some more print run data that's coming in, because again, it's Collector's Week, and that means that every day we're getting some new, how should I say it, some articles. We're getting some conversations from Flesh and Blood, from LSS on their website. So we're talking about that. And this week, again, the big exciting one, we had the gold foil drop information come out, I guess yesterday, day before when you're watching this, Seeker's Mitts, let's just say on Monday. Came out on Monday. And then on Friday, the next real big one is we got the print run update. And we don't know exactly what it's going to be yet. The description that we have so far is print run update, publication of additional print run data for a number of sets. A number of sets, who knows what that could be or what it will be. But let's just say get ready. Get ready for some madness on Friday. There's going to be some stuff happening. It is going to be it'll be an exciting day no matter what happens. That's my take. But before you get too far into all that, we should probably just acknowledge from the start that it's really nice that LSS even gives us any of this information, right? That is not something that they have to do. And most companies out there, they don't, right? They're not going to tell you, this is how many boxes we printed, this is how many packs there are, and they're not going to give you the drop rates and all these different promo cards and whatnot. So it's really cool. It is really cool that LSS does that. And, you know, pause, be thankful for that, because that's not out there. It's just one of many reasons why I think Flesh and Blood is one of the best games run by one of the best companies. It's honestly, it's one of the reasons I'm opening boxes of this game here. Though I've said it before, I would like to do some other games, but I don't know. Right now, this is the one that's at the top. And the one that's keeping me busy. It is keeping me busy because it's difficult to find some things. So, I guess the question then that I'm kind of asking myself here early in the week, as I record this on, early in the week, the question I'm asking myself is, like, how much should I care about the print run data? How much should you care about the print run data that's coming out? I mean, we have quite a bit of print run data. Ooh, barbed undertow. That is a cool looking one. We've got a decent amount of data already, but of course there's a lot of sets. It's been a while, at least since I can remember, that we've had some new data coming out. So this is kind of, it's gonna be big. It could be really big. So what I wanna do is, instead of just saying, well, if the print run data, if it's lower than what we expected, then people will buy more of it. And if it's higher than what we expected, people want to sell more of it. I mean, that's, you know, very basic idea. But what I want to do instead is I want to just go through a couple of examples, a couple of situations with Flesh and Blood related to print runs and, you know, out of print, what do you call it? Announcements, right? That have happened over the past couple of years. And just to kind of remember, refresh some memories for where we've been before when we've been talking about print run stuff. So first thing, and again, there's a lot of good stories, a lot of things you could go for, but I'll talk about a couple of them. One of them is Crucible of War Unlimited. Crucible of War Unlimited, I remember the night, at least I think it was night here when it happened, when they announced that Crucible of War Unlimited was going out of print, or that it was out of print. And I was sitting at my computer doing whatever I was doing back then. And of course, I saw the announcement and I thought, man, well, I better go just see what's happening, what's going on with the market. And I don't remember the specific numbers. I think the box was in the, I don't know, somewhere in the 70s, mid 70s. I could be wrong on that. But it was pretty clear that it was moving, and it was moving quick. I started going kind of from website to website and seeing, well, there's nothing on this website, there's nothing on that website. And premeditate, we do like that. We do like that. And so I thought, well, you know, maybe I should kind of jump on the train because it looks like, you know, we're already up a couple, $5, $10, and the announcement's been like 2 minutes, 3 minutes that it was out. Maybe it was longer. I don't remember the exact details. Anyways, I made a couple orders on a couple of different sites, got in somewhere in the 80s, and I kept watching, sent a message to some other people, and just kept going and going and going. All the 80s were gone, all the 90s were gone, all the $100 boxes were gone. It wasn't too long until the cheapest one you could find on the web, that at least Google would show you here in the US, was about $130, starting to hit the $140, $150 range. And this was all within the span of, you know, somebody who has a better memory could tell you for sure. But it was a quick amount of time. It was an hour or two, maybe 3. Anyways, essentially, the whole market went dry. Everything went crazy. People were super excited about it. And I felt really good. It's like, wow, I got my boxes at 80 something. And of course, the next day, one of my orders, the bigger order, got canceled. So I wasn't super excited about the store who did that. Canceled a pretty decent, it wasn't a massive order, but it was decent sized. And so I ended up getting like 2 or 3 boxes, which was not what I had been hoping for. And yeah, so kind of a bad field to start, but it wasn't very long after that actually that you could see people who actually had the boxes, who just didn't have them listed online, stores and different things, start to repopulate. And within, again, I don't remember the time frame, somebody else has the real thing, but it did not take long for the give and the take to come back. And then, you know, it was just like all the other limited sets, and it just came back down. Basically to where it was before, where you could be getting boxes for in the mid 70s, even the low 70s. And so it was an interesting thing to watch because, you know, previously, actually I did watch some of the first edition jumps too live, but a lot of the things I hadn't actually been a part of. Here's the announcement, boom, it's moving. Let's go. You got to make a decision. Do I buy? Do I wait? Am I gonna, if I don't buy now, am I out? Like, is there no hope that I'm gonna get anything? So it was really interesting to be a part of that, see that happen, see it come right back down to where it was, where if you'd just been patient and calm, you wouldn't have missed anything. Wouldn't have missed anything. So second example, second story, so we got Welcome to Wraith Arcane Rising. And once those print numbers came out, I mean, people were excited about it prior to print numbers coming out. But once the print numbers came out, it solidified for people how rare they were. It solidified Arcane Rising numbers. It gave a lot of confidence to people to buy a product knowing that there were not 50,000, 100,000. Not that anybody thought there was 100,000 of them. But it just, having those numbers, it really solidified the rarity of these products. And so, as people, of course, knew what the products, the display number was on those, confidence in buying it, the boxes in those, they were rising and rising and rising. If you were around at the beginning of that rise, it was exciting. Way more exciting than the Seeker's Hood. That is our second common cold foil. And other than that Premeditate, we're not rocking it here. We're not rocking it here. Almost getting close to being done with box number 2. I'm gonna move some commons around. And so, I mean, there was a lot of excitement with Welcome to Wraith. Every time when it hit $1,000 a box, it's like, oh man, do I buy in? Which I didn't, which was foolish. And then you just kind of watch it jump to 2 and then 3, and it was amazing. It was amazing, even though I didn't have any of it. And I didn't get any of the run-up on it. It was amazing to watch. But then, right, so things go well with that. You've got a number on it. It's a good number. It's a low number. It means that things are rare. Things can be valuable. Then later on we have Monarch. right? So the next example, which of course affects the previous example, we got Monarch. And what happens with Monarch? Monarch, the hype when it hits the market, you got boxes selling for $500 a box at release for first edition boxes. Total, I mean, it's crazy. It was crazy. People making crazy offers on not just the boxes, but single cards and everything. Absolute craziness. And as there was a lot of boxes out there, and people started to see that there was a lot of boxes out there and that it was hard to maintain demand for a $500 box that did not immediately go up for investors. And there's all that story of all that stuff in there too. Yes, the end of box 2. This is no bueno. No bueno so far. You know, then you get the, eventually down the road, you get the print run numbers for Monarch, and it's massive, right? It's 125,000 when that was up from 37,500 in crew. Huge, huge, huge dump from set to set. Now, of course, by the time we actually got those numbers, there was a lot of damage to that already. We had some online retailers who let's just say helped keep the market flush with product, and got some nasty dumps, huge damage already just from that. And then of course, once you got the numbers, it just confirmed it. And the thing about the numbers though is that people already knew it was going to be rough, but that number really took away a lot of the confidence that had been built in from numbers of previous sets. Right? For a lot of people, they saw that number and they thought, well, LSS had it in line, now they don't have it in line. And so it's amazing how, I mean, this is part of all of life, shuriken, but it's amazing how quickly, or how slow sometimes it can take to build something up, and how quickly it can be undone, whether that's confidence, trust, same thing, I guess, in this situation. And so that, you know, along with a few other things, Tales of Aria, another set 2, same problem with lots and lots of boxes, all that jazz. We don't have that number even anyways, I don't think yet. But it killed the confidence, and though it didn't change everything within a day, right, or it didn't have that same immediate effect as some other announcements that had previously, it just started to pull the prices down on a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in the game, even those items, Welcome to Wraith, Arcane Rising Crew, that had value before. And of course, this all got tied in at the same time as some broader market difficulties, right? Broader market challenges beyond the TCG world. And so you mix it all together, it's difficult to exactly pinpoint how much percentage came from this versus that. But you put that all together and you got a mess, right? You got a bit of a mess. And so the point with those 3 examples is not to say, well, this is exactly what you should do on Friday or pre-Friday or the day after Friday. The point is just to say a lot of stuff can happen, right? A lot of stuff can happen, and Friday could be a very, very interesting day. And no matter what you see on Friday, that doesn't mean like that's necessarily the end of the story. Put it that way. And so again, with what do we even get on Friday? We could be getting some more first edition numbers for Tales of Aria, Everfest. There's a lot of people, of course, who would be interested in both of those numbers. Unlimited, but we don't have any information on unlimited sets yet as far as print runs. So there's a ton of space for that. And of course, I mean, Arcane Rising, Welcome to Wraith Unlimited, those have already been moving. They're on the rise, and you know, the right number could move that up more, or the wrong number could push it down. And it's difficult to predict that. And of course, it's difficult to predict how quickly things would move and, you know, whatever. Because what dollar amount or sorry, not dollar amount. What number do you have to see on an unlimited print run for you to decide, yep, I need to buy one now, or nope, I need to sell what I have now before it crashes more? I don't know. I'm not that skilled. I'm not that smart. If you are, let me know. Let me know in the comments so I can actually be ready for it. What is this? What is this? It's a mask of many faces. This is box, oh my goodness, box 3. Have not hit the cold foil yet. Have not hit anything exciting. We just said that, so we got that frailty in the tunic. We got the tunic, right? It is a tunic, though it is threadbare, and that's how we're feeling in this case. Oh man. Oh man. I haven't even mentioned Marvels yet in this video. I haven't had a chance. I haven't had a chance. So, I don't know. Should you care? Should you care about the print runs coming on Friday? Should you get excited about it? Should you prep? Should you not prep? Should you just sit back, grab your popcorn, watch the show, get a blanket, enjoy what happens? Well, I don't know. I think it's clear though, and it should be clear that print runs, they have a massive influence on the market. And that can happen, like when you see a print run, that can happen immediately, or it might just take time. And it is important that they don't print too much product, unless your goal is literally just to get the cards as cheap as possible. Then of course you want to have as much product out there as possible. But if you have any of this game already, you don't want them to come out with something where they've printed 1 million, 3 million boxes or something, you know, absolutely insane and wild. Because then nothing you have is worth anything, and then, yeah. Anyways, I don't think that's the case. I'm not worried about that. But the point is that it matters. It does matter, even if you're not going to do anything about it. It does matter for the long-term longevity of the game. So that's important, but of course, I always like to say, because I've not done this myself sometimes, is don't get caught up in the hype. With whatever happens on Friday, don't get caught off guard where you decide you need another Redback Shroud Extended Art Collector's Week right here. That is 2 in 2 cases, or 2 in 2 cases in a row. There we go. For a total of 2. That's enough 2s. There it is. Wow. It is a gorgeous card. It is a gorgeous card. This one is more centered than the last one. And the corners, what do you think? What do you think? I think they're pretty good. There's a little bit of stuff there that I can't really get on the camera. That's our hit for the day. Oh, we got something. We got something. Anyway, stay within your boundaries this week. Don't get caught up in the hype in the moment. Don't get your credit card out and max it out, try and do anything crazy where you're trying to, you know, make it big from some announcement, pre or post the announcement. And if you know you're the kind of person who's sometimes, which I can be, who can just kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna kind of make that knee-jerk reaction, then it's probably good for you to pause. Make sure you have, I don't know, plan is the right word, but make sure you have some kind of idea in your mind, like, you know what, even if people start going crazy on buying these things, I'm not gonna do it. Or I'm only gonna spend whatever, 100, 200, 300, you know, whatever the thing is for you. I'm not gonna go wild on anything. Put those things in place if you need to. It's important and it's worth it, right? Everybody's gonna react differently on Friday. We got no idea. We do got Quiver of Abyssal Depths. Look at this. Look at box number 4, saving the day here. Saving the day. That's a quiver count. That is a quiver count. Though I believe, are we still looking for a non-crimped version of the cold foil? I can't remember. There's too much going on. There's too much going on. There's too many packs. Who knows? Focus on what you like in Fab. Don't get so excited about what everybody else is getting excited about. Because at least, you know, at least if you make the wrong decision, buying a product that you like, then you still got a product you like. If you make the wrong decision buying a product because everybody else liked that product or thought they liked it, and you thought it was gonna shake down or shake up in a certain way, then it doesn't feel as good, right? Then you gotta look at it on the shelf and you can't even just enjoy the look of it. You always gotta think, what if I had not followed the crowd? And remember, what you see on Friday may not be what you see on Monday or Saturday or next month. Who knows? But I will say, I think most people would agree with this. If you believe in flesh and blood, if you think flesh and blood's going somewhere, if you think it's gonna be around for a long time, it's not a bad idea to get the stuff you like. It's not a bad idea to hold on to it because in general, most of the sealed products are gonna go up. Even the unlimited ones, eventually. Eventually, right? Most of them will. Most of them will. Okay, here we are. We're almost done with this case. I'm gonna have the record. I believe, maybe, I wouldn't be surprised if I already did have the record for the most packs of Outsiders opened on camera with no marvels. Is that a record? And do you get a prize for that? Do you get a prize for it? I got 3 more. 3 more. We're doing it. We are looking at the 15 case no marvel challenge. And I guess you got to come back next time for case 16. As Collectors Week here continues, and every week is Collectors Week. Oh my goodness, thank you guys for watching. We'll take a little gander through here at the end. This is the last pack, and there are no marvels. There are no marvels. They just don't exist. The marvels. Oh man, sometimes, try and pull some of the better stuff up there. Sometimes you just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh because who would have planned that? Like, who would have thought, you know what? I'm gonna open 15 cases. I'm gonna feel the dishonor, and I will not get any marvels. None. Nothing. Nada. Nothing. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? But at the same time, who would have thought Redback Shroud back-to-back cases? Which I'm just hoping it's a sign that we really can do back-to-back cases for our friends, the Marvels, Quiver of the Depths. If you want to know how many boxes it takes to get a Marvel, or how long we can extend this record of no marvels, make sure you punch that subscribe button. It has been a wild ride trying to get one, and it looks like that's how it's going to continue, so don't miss it. Peace out.